What's going on, YouTube? RagingKodiak, we got an absolute banger for you. So you just bought Dead by Daylight, and you don't know what to do next. But you do know is you want to be a killer. So with this guide, I'm going to give you my tips and tricks and kind of how to make the best of your killer experience when you're starting out, not how to get frustrated, and what kind of killers you're looking to want to play. So without further ado, let's get after it. All right, well, first things first, you're in your game and you need to figure out, okay, which killer do I want to play? There's so many to choose from. You have 28 different killers. They all have different powers, and you got to kind of decide how you want to play it. My opinion when starting out and learning the game is pick killers that are a little bit more on the easier side as far as their powers go, and as far as their ability to pick it up and just learn the basics, i.e. running tiles, how to loop the survivors, how to get to hooks, learning the maps, things like that. Killers that are going to be very good about that, the number one that I would say would probably be Wraith. Wraith is a M1 killer with his ability to cloak himself and make himself invisible, and he can move extra fast. He's considered an easy tier, so I don't really kind of take that into account because there's some that are considered hard that I think are actually quite easy, but that just comes down to, time and effort. Another good one as far as power goes would be Trapper. Trapper is another easy one. The only difference is he puts his traps down and you have to kind of learn the map a little bit more and knowing where to put the traps, where to kind of cut survivors off. It's just one of those types of killers that it's a little bit more map sensitive than it is a Wraith. When it comes to the types of maps that you can have as a killer in this game, a lot of it are map dependent. Some killers do a lot better than others on certain maps. A lot of them come with their own. So if I'm not mistaken, there's upwards of 19 or 20 maps total, with a variant of each map being different. So some maps only have a single type of variant, like Garden of Joy, Eyrie of Crows, Raccoon City, RPD. They only have one specific tile, if you will. But then you have maps like Badham, Springwood, right? Where it has like 5 different types to choose from. So each map has a different set of tiles, a lot of different obstacles to kind of learn and go around. Groaning Storehouse has a big middle section building, same with Rancid Abattoir. But like Rotten Fields here is just very expansive and just open. There's really just like the shack in the center, but that's really it, versus Fractured Cowshed has this big barn now. Like those are different tiles to work with. So learning the maps is going to be very dependent, and it's going to take some time, but learning the maps and knowing which ones you're going to will help you know which tiles to work around and which ones you can and which ones you are able to utilize to your advantage per your specific killer. Showcasing the scratch marks of the game. So survivors, when they're running, will leave scratch marks behind them on the ground, on objects around them, and things like that. So all you got to do is, you don't even have to be looking at the survivor. You could actually be looking at the ground and still be tracking them the whole time. Ta-da! All right, now that you know how to track scratch marks, we're going to explain tiles. So there's a lot of different tile variants on the map. The most notoriously difficult one for most survivors to master and most killers to master is the T and L wall. So a T and L wall is exactly what you would imagine it would be. It's the shape of a T. If you look right here, that's the shape of a T. And an L, which is right here. Shape of an L. So most survivors know how to run these by happenstance. They will run in one way and loop around and come right here. Every window that is vaulted can be vaulted 3 times quickly while in chase. So that gives them 6 vaults to be able to get through these. So if you're not running them correctly, you're going to have yourself a bad time. Alrighty, and Ash is now taken off. I'm going to try and catch him, but because I don't want him to force that way, I'm going to cut him off here, and I get the hit. And then now I forced him in a bad direction. But now what we're doing, we're back to tracking. And look, he's going to take off in that window again. I cut him off here. And Ash is down. Next thing on the list is a tile that is notorious amongst the Fog members here. It's the Killer Shack. So the Killer Shack is actually, in my opinion, more survivor-sided. So if a killer gets into a bad loop, they're going to get absolutely juiced in it. So most survivors, if they know how to run Shack, are going to enter this door because they're going to run towards this window and they're able to catch the fast vault quickly. Whereas survivor coming in this door will not be able to catch a fast vault as quickly unless they're running Spine Chill or Resilience until the patch. Ash takes off. I'm over here. I need to try and catch him. And look at that. Look how slow that window was. I caught him quickly. Now I get to vault the window. He's going to try and go back inside. And boom, down. Because he has to take such a wide angle at the window to try and catch a fast vault, you're going to catch him 100% of the time. There's no way that they're not. All right, well, there you have it. There's a few of the tips and tricks, a little bit of the guide to get started in Dead by Daylight. But the one thing that I want to emphasize the most is this is a video game. Have fun. Enjoy yourself, and remember that there is another person on the other side of that screen. Just say GG's, good game, good luck in your next match, and have a good one. Even if it wasn't that good of a game, or you thought the killer or survivor wasn't playing to your standard, just keep it moving. That's all. We don't want to reciprocate any type of negativity. We want to keep the good vibes rolling. That's what we're about here. So, until the next time, guys, be good to yourselves, be good to others, tell somebody that you love them. If you like what you see, be a friend, tell a friend. If not, let's pretend it even happened. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, comment what you think I missed in this video, and what I could have done to spice it up a little bit more for you. So until the next one, guys, much love.